Well, hello all you legends, welcome back to Timberborn. This is the final of Season 5. So we've got quite a bit of things that we need to get going. Might be a bit of a longer episode, but I think there's quite a bit that's going to happen in this one. So first and foremost, what I would like to do is I want to get onto basically getting this done. So this is still going to take a while, but I mean, they're doing their job over here, which is wonderful. What we also want to do is we want to finish off this one over here. So we need ourselves another fountain of joy in this area. Naturally, they need to finish up this little area for livings over there, and then have the mud pit. All this would mean that we have actually added all of the well-being things for our beavers. We've also added, well, not all the decorations, but I mean we can add a few of those as well. And well, at the end, obviously, we finish off our seasons with an earth recultivator as always. Let's just have a look here. So this one's still got to get done as well. And then we got a few little things over here. I would like to get some more logs going, so I've just placed this one here for well, basically to get it started. We've got ourselves a drought incoming in a second, and we just need to finish up these as well. Righto, we got ourselves a lovely little drought going. Now hopefully this is not going to make the water disappear. I really hope not. Let me just quickly switch these off because they definitely make the water disappear. Let me just these ones and then all of these over here. Would be pretty cool if you could have a little switch for these. I know I've said it many times before, but it's still quite tedious to switch off each and every single one of them individually. Alright, so we've got this one that needs to happen. Let's see. So something else I would like to add in here, considering we finally have this done here as well. Everything around here is farm-like, so what we're going to do over here is build another monument over here. We are having another farmer monument right around about over here. Just put that one over there. So that is going to be the second one of the farmer monuments. So we got one up here. Oh, that's the brazier of bonding. Where is the farmer one? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Wow. We got that one. And then we've got this one right here. Now, obviously that means we need ourselves another brazier of bonding as well. Where can we place this one? Why not? We can place this one over here. It's quite expensive though, but I mean, that's perfectly fine. Not too bad. Alright, so we got these over here. Now, obviously that covers not exactly everything. We need to have that over there as well for that to work. There you go. That's exactly what we need. Hopefully they'll get to that as soon as possible. Now, as you can see, it actually covers quite a bit over here. So what I'm going to do right now is firstly get ourselves a few extra lumberjacks in here. Just 1, 2, 3 of them, I say. And then we just need to plant them trees. So I think maybe let's just go with pine. I think it's up to there. Okay, nothing to do in the range. For now, yes. For now, you have nothing to do. And then we can just add pine down here. And I think we can do some pine on this side as well. That is perfectly well. Okay, and then we just need to mark them all to cut these trees. So it's going to be pretty much all of these up into there. I don't think they can plant over there. That is going to be a bit of a problem. But as soon as they get there, I will just clean it up. For now, it doesn't matter too much. Just something like so. Whoops, that is on the wrong level. Great stuff. Alright, so I think we have enough science points right now to unlock the last one over here. As you can see, it takes a lot. It's 2,000 gears, 2,000 treated planks, and 1,500 metal blocks. Yeah, so I think what we're going to do over here as well, that is not going to happen right now, is add storage. That is definitely going to be necessary for all of these. Now, I believe for the planks, I think they're all set in these. So we got a treated planks over here. And they use these type. Okay, so we're going to need... Ooh, we don't have a lot of space around these here parts. That is really far away, so I don't think that is going to work. Is it that far away? Actually, no, it's not. Missing ground below. Ah, okay, cool. Yeah, obviously there's a little gap down there. Let me have a look where I can place these. Right, I think this should do the trick. It's not that far away, so it's basically just through here and then from here, so it's not that bad. Okay, so for storage we are going to require a few underground piles. I think maybe 3 of them should do the trick, to where we can actually use this one for treated planks. So we definitely need to get that up and going. And then obviously we want another one for just plain old planks. There you go. And I think metal blocks will be necessary as well. There you go. Now I'm thinking, okay, no, that's perfectly fine. Right. So what else? Considering the amount that we're going to use, I don't think logs is a good idea over here. Let's do another one for just plain old planks. Yeah, that should be perfectly fine. Now, another thing that I would like to add over here, and I'm thinking to do so... let's see. So I want to make more explosives, but I'm going to use them to make fireworks. So where is the closest area where we can have power from? I would say maybe somewhere over here. Let's just do it over here somewhere. So obviously it's not the closest, but it is perfectly fine, because I mean we want to get... Oh geez, we don't have any bad water here. That is interesting. No more bad water. That is a bit of a problem, isn't it? Okay, so we'll have to get storage for that as well. Let's see. So let's just make a little bit of roundies over there. Nice block of it all, and then we'll get those going. Just something like that. Righto, that is the end of the drought. We're making good progress over here, I would say. So basically we have ourselves the little zip line set up now. These are doing really good. They're making progress on the new living quarters. I'm quite happy about that. And then I would say we are definitely going to need some more bad water pumps. I'm thinking maybe let's add a few around these here parts as well. Because once again, it's really necessary right now to up the quantity of what we are producing. So let's just go ahead, water over here, bad water pump. Pretty sure it will fit in there just fine. And if I just flip this one around, just make it look a bit better, that should work perfectly good as well. Because once again, this isn't as far away, just a little bit further ahead, so I guess that is perfectly fine. Let's just have them get these done as soon as possible. Planks are going really quickly at the moment. I think I'm not exactly sure what they're using it for, but we'll check on that in a second. Let me just switch these back on again. Alright, so I've also cleared up this area over here. Decided to put my big earth recultivator over here. It does chow down on my frames at the moment. Not exactly sure why, but anyways. Got that one over there, so they're going to put that one right there. That is 2,000 gears and 2,000 treated planks and 1,500 metal blocks. That is still going to take a little while, but it's perfectly fine. We'll get there. Let's see what else. I think that they're really making good progress over here as well, so I'm quite happy with that. Let's see anything else. Okay, that one just needs to get done with the building. That one is... It's a lot cheaper to make these than I can actually remember, which is really good. I really like that. are things looking here? Quite dry. So it's not the best of spots, but at least we'll probably get about 2 or 3 full drop downs going over here. So I'm not super concerned. Just waiting on this to start flooding again. That's obviously not great for anything, but I mean, that's perfectly fine. Kind of like the fact that we have green pretty much all the way from up here, all the way down to here. So, I mean, it starts off with just this little area that you can have for green areas, and then the rest is, yeah, created by us. So that's pretty cool, I would say. Now, I would say things are looking pretty good over here. This is all done. We got a shit ton of new beds going on there. How much is that now? So we got about occupied beds. We got 284 beavers. That is cool. And then obviously we got the mud pits now, and I've added the explosive factory in here. Now, I said we're going to do the whole fireworks thing. Yes, we are. Just going to change this up for fireworks in, I would say, in a little while. We just need to get enough so we can get this completed over here. And naturally, we need to still load this up with dynamite as well. Maybe even more to get it lower down. But that still needs to happen. So yeah, the more we have to produce explosives, the better. Let's see what else. So we are obviously done with this beautiful little piece of storage over here. We just added this one for the gears, so I'm quite happy about this. We're making good progress. Got these extra little pumps going now, so that is beautiful. We're making good progress on that as well. As you can see, they're more than keeping up with the explosives. There's also more than enough storage for it now, which is great. Then let's have a look see here. So I've opened this up and noticed that the water's not flooding there, so that is making it a little bit of a situation, isn't it? But I mean, not too bad. What I can do actually to lift it up over here is just add a small little dam wall right over there, and then I've added these over here so the water doesn't escape that way. I think that should do the trick. Let me just up the priority on these. I want to get that going. And then we just need ourselves that little monument over there. The Fountain of Joy. I'm going to place it right over there. It doesn't seem to have any problem as long as it's close to water, it appears. So that is perfectly fine. That also kind of a little bit of an expensive one, but we are producing quite nicely. It looks pretty decent. Alrighty, I think while we are waiting, because waiting is a lot that I'm doing in this episode. So what I'm going to do is I am going to set up a few, whoops, it's not 2 of them, firework launchers. I'll just plot them around in random spots, and then we can have a look-see at actually setting them up in pretty nice headings, I suppose, just to have them aim at something sensible. Can't go over there, I think. Okay, nice. And I think maybe let's do one more over here, and I think a last one right around over here. So let me just quickly set these up to face whichever way I want them to, and then I am going to build a lever for them as well. Righto, I have them all set up. Well, it's all a guesstimation of where I want them to aim. I want them to kind of all aim towards the earthroot cultivator, just in the general direction, so that they can kind of get shot to one specific area, I guess. But it's just guessing, so it's probably not going to be accurate whatsoever. Alright, so I got the little lever over here. We're going to change this lever's name to Fireworks. There we go. And let's see, we're going to pin this one. Good stuff. I like it. And then what we're going to do over here is, let me just have a look here. So automate this to fireworks. So whenever it is on, it needs to start launching, I suppose. Oh wow, it's not really expensive to make. That's quite nice. And I'll do the same with you. And obviously the rest of them as well. Alrighty. Well, that was one heck of a wait. We are pretty much 87% done with this. Yep, so we're doing pretty good. It took me about 5 hours to get everything done. It's a little bit of adjustment here, a little adjustment. Ooh, that's a bit harsh on the... Wow, that's harsh on the frame rate. Please hold. Damn. Alright. Anyways, jeez, are you absolutely bloody kidding me right now? Alright, I guess we need to go plant some more dynamite. Alright, so let's quickly do that. Where can I get down from easily? Well, I mean, from here we can just go down. Like so, and then back up here. Should do the trick. Oh, wait, no, wait. Before we do, because this is during a bad tide, so maybe that will pull up nicely again. We'll see, we'll see. I think it should. Yeah, it'll do, it'll do. Okay, never mind, never mind. I'm not gonna do that. So essentially what I've been doing is a lot of managing resources to get things going. I built all these over here to get them nice little treated planks going. And well, that's about it. Now it's time to get this built. They are at 92%, which is absolutely wonderful. Things are looking great at the moment. I'm so happy about that. And I've set up the little firework launchers, etc, etc as well. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we need to still supply our Earth 3 cultivator, so that might still take a while. Just want to have a look here, because our beavers are getting really old. Is that specific one still alive? It is. Nice. 106. Man. That is impressive. So yeah, they reach about between 100 and 110, I think, at the moment. So that is really awesome. Hopefully this one is gonna last a little bit longer than just that. If we can just have it come out and we can have a look, see what a 106-year-old beaver looks like. Well, it's basically just days, but yeah. Alright, so we're on 97% done. It's not too bad, eh? Not too bad. Let's see if we can just get that one all the highs up. We can really get that going. So I think that is still going to take a little while. Maybe another half a minute or so. But that is good stuff over there. Obviously this over here is also done. I built it the wrong way around. Which, I mean, isn't that big of a problem, but I mean, it's cool. Little bit of a oversight, not too bad. It's not gonna change anything. Obviously this isn't gonna function right after the bad side, considering that we are going to have this whole situation flooding in this direction again. Maybe if I just switched it around for now. So we're gonna do it like so. The flow is gonna be unlimited on this one. We'll have it run down, and then as soon as it is off, yeah, it's good. So we'll keep this one closed until that is flooded, and then wait for that water to come back in here, and then we'll just switch back on to that one. I think that is good enough. There we go, we got that one done. Oh, it's not that bad. It's actually a lot cheaper than it used to be. So now it's just 500 extractors. How much the extractors do we have? Not a lot. Paper 500. I think our paper is still running. Paper mill is not running anymore. There we go. I guess that should do the trick. It's just 100, I think. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Well then, that is the end of the bad side, which is perfectly awesome. Now, we already have these over here, so the Earth cultivator is all filled up. We're going to automate that to the fireworks. Not going to launch it just yet. We're going to do that quite soon. As you can see, it is working. It's filling up quite nicely. That is exactly what we need. We're going to have a little bit of bad side waters in here, which isn't that bad, to be quite honest. Quite happy about that. That is perfectly good. Alright, that emptied out. So now we can just flip them around again. So now it needs to be on over there. Nope. Nope. That's not what I want. Gonna keep that one going until this clears out. Let's see. So we can now actually, it's been 32 cycles of 21-hour job days for our little beavers. So I think we can have them slow down now. When it gets dark, they can stop working. For once. It's been a while. So yeah, we're gonna get that set up for them. Obviously, we have a little bit of a situation going on over here. Wow, indeed. The Fountain of Joy is a little bit out of action at the moment, but that's perfectly fine. Let's have a look, see what else can we do here. I'm quite happy about this. This worked out quite nicely. We got a lot of water going in over here, which is awesome. Now, it was once again 32 cycles of getting us to this stage where we have so much green going around, so much water, clean water. I had a little bit of a disaster once with the bad side where we got completely flooded. Really had a bit of a struggle there to get through it. Got it all the way up to here, which is super cool. And also all the way down here. So it was a fun 22 episodes. We are nearly there. We're just going to wait a little while for these here to fold back up and get back to the way it should be. And then we can finish it off. Alrighty, so without any further ado, let me just quickly show you here. It's nicely folded up and it looks really awesome. So basically, I could still do quite a bit in this colony and fill it up really good, but yeah, it's going to take me another 30 or so episodes to get that done. I think we've done quite a good job. We've once again successfully created a self-sufficient beaver colony where I can literally sit here for hours and just manage that little button over there with the water pumps. But let's get ready. Time to launch. Yay, there we go. Great stuff. Absolutely amazing. Once again, congratulations. We have mastered the folktales, nature-oriented ways, and use maps resources to build a faction's wonder. Absolutely wonderful. So there's been quite a few. Wow, that's some interesting stuff right there. But it was quite a lot of fun to do this one. You can see that one's still shooting off a bunch. So woo! Look at that. Extreme. Alright, anyways, on that note, thank you so much for tuning in, and if you enjoy these videos, feel free to leave a thumbs up, like, and subscribe to the Crunchy Captain to become part of the Crunchy community. But until then, and until season 6, I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.